So normal Damien, the first thing you wanna look out for is the flying sword. It's gonna start targeting you with like a hitbox hit marker thing. When it starts doing that, you wanna go to the corner, cause it's gonna like jump to you, like fall on you and do some orange shit that's gonna do damage, and you don't want that in the way when you're trying to dodge the boss. So when this flying sword is gonna, yeah, it's gonna start targeting me, and then it does this thing. Yeah, you don't want that in your way, so when it does that, you wanna bait it so it falls on the corner. When it flashes, it's gonna do like 90% of your health, so if you wanna jump over it or whatever, make sure you are full HP, because server lag can also delay the hitbox for that, and you know, you're kinda fucked. So once you took care of the sword, you wanna watch out for this attack. So this attack has a lingering... Oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's fine. So I just died because that smoke attack is a one shot, so watch out for that. But beside me being an idiot, you wanna watch out for the stacks number over your head. You can see I'm at 3 out of 7, and right now I'm invincible because I'm in Final Pact. But you wanna be dodging obviously when you are not invincible. But yeah, you wanna look at the stacks number over your head, and when it gets too high, you wanna go to these altars and hold NPC chat and cleanse. If the stacks get to 7 out of 7, you die instantly, and if you die to that like over 3 times, I think, he's gonna go straight into phase 2, and that's really bad. So don't do that. And the way you gain stacks is by getting hit by that punch attack and the dive. So try to avoid those at all costs. And also there's this timer. Every some amount of time you're gonna gain 1 stack. So inevitably you're gonna have to cleanse. So always keep an eye on the stacks, very important, and cleanse when the time is right. While cleansing, you can move around and crouch if you keep holding NPC chat, and that's useful later on. But yeah, that's the dive, by the way. So basically, pay attention to the stacks, cleanse, bait the sword is the most important thing, and of course avoid like the smoke attack, which is a one shot. So another thing, the punch and the dive attack that you want to avoid the stacks, they have a lingering hitbox. That means that like after the animation of the attack is done, you can still get hit if you go like to the area where it would have hit. For like 3 seconds, it's gonna linger the hitbox for like 3 seconds. So if it does that, you wanna wait like 3 seconds before approaching him. Otherwise, you still get hit, you still get the stack, and you get knocked potentially into a sword. So yeah, pay attention to that. So these blue hands things, you don't want to be under them when they start moving, because if they hit you, you're gonna be bound and you can't move, and you need to complete an arrow prompt, and by the time you finish it, you're gonna get one shot by something. Okay, so that's all the mechanics, I believe, for phase 1. Basically, most dangerous things, the lingering hitboxes. This is a almost one shot, by the way, so obviously you don't want to be under him when he does that. And so you wanna bait the sword, keep an eye on the stacks, don't get hit by the hands, and that's the main thing. And the lingering hitboxes, very dangerous if you get knocked into a one shot or whatever. So the main thing with Damien is that it's so difficult to even do damage, because he goes up into the air, is not hittable most of the time. And so the main difficulty of this boss is that you need to learn how he moves and what's a good time to do damage without getting fucked. That's the main thing. So once you understand the mechanics, it's very hard to die unless you get really unlucky like I did earlier. I had like a sword and the smoke in the wrong places, and basically the whole map was death. But besides situations like that, if you know what to do in Damien, you're never gonna die out. So yeah, if you pay attention, you're not gonna die out. So yeah, that's the reason Damien takes way more damage than Lotus often, because people are not good at the boss to begin with, and it just takes more damage because you cannot hit him all the time in general. So that's all the mechanics for phase 1, but soon we are gonna phase him. He's gonna phase like when the HP goes below the line between the lives and the timer. I'm gonna die here probably. I tanked one hit of the sword, because I know I can tank one hit if I'm full HP, but that was very scary right there. And also I popped my burst, but then I got fucked, yeah. That's what happens, yeah. And then I fail, I'm gonna die, it's fine. I'm stupid, I failed the arrow prompt, that was unfortunate. But yeah, if you're not an idiot like me, you should never die in Damien. As you can see, I crouched there and I avoided the sword. If you get like touch damage while you're trying to cleanse, it's gonna interrupt you. So yeah, keep that in mind, because you can get cucked out of cleansing very easily by the sword or Damien himself teleporting on you. So I lost burst there because I got fucked by so many things. That's unfortunate, but it's fine, we're gonna come back. I should use my aura, but I think I'm gonna save it for when burst is up again, just so I don't desync the cooldowns. I'm gonna cleanse here, but yeah, for reference, that's what happens when you get hit by that. You get yeeted across the map and you get a stuck. I baited the sword, barely made it there. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna miss Ursus on reboot, it's fine. I'd rather explain this and not have to relog. I'm kinda waiting for the sword here, but I should have gone do damage. So like if you're desperate for damage, you can play more risky and like not bait the sword perfectly to have more time to do damage, and you should definitely try that, because you have so many lives anyway in this boss. Oh my god, I bound but I don't have burst, I'm stupid. But yeah, besides me playing like an idiot, yeah, basically what I'm saying is you can play more risky with the swords if you wanna do more damage. And also if you have skills that can hit him while he's up in the air, definitely use them. You're gonna speed up the kill so much. But yeah, good job on your hard muto, Sage. Just trying to explain normal Damien here. Just give me a minute, we're gonna finish this run and then we can, you know, chat again. I'm gonna burst here, all the cooldowns are fucked. Oh my god, he's gonna do that. As soon as I pop my burst, he's gonna do the worst pattern, of course. Yeah, so if you're trying to learn how to play Dark Knight and burst efficiently, this is not the reference video. I'm just trying to explain the Damien mechanics and not being too much of an idiot with how I play. I'm gonna burst without bind, because we have to burst without bind every other burst. And oh my god, am I gonna get fucked? Okay, we barely avoided that. Sometimes you just get fucked by RNG. Yeah, sometimes you just get fucked. Okay, so that's when he's gonna phase. He gets very angry, and that's gonna be phase 2. So in phase 2 you're gonna see a big blue ball, and the blue ball is gonna blue ball you literally, because it makes your potions do almost nothing, and it makes you do almost no damage. So, and it also does damage over time. So if you are on the blue ball, you're not gonna do any damage. So you wanna bait. So the main thing about this phase is baiting the blue ball in such a way that you then have time to run to the boss, do some damage before the blue ball gets to you. That's the main thing, and there's gonna be more blue balls and they're gonna get bigger. So The main thing about this phase, this attack has lingering hitbox, so don't move right away. It's a one shot if on the slashes. This is the dive, it's a one shot. You wanna be under him because you don't know if it's gonna dive right or left. Once again, this is a one shot and the hitbox lingers a bit, so wait a little bit before moving. So when you cleanse, you wanna crouch here because he's gonna dash into you, and if the dash hits you, you get one stack. So you wanna crouch while you cleanse, or in general you wanna crouch to avoid the dash, like that. If it hits you, if it hits you, you get one stack. So this is similar to the previous phase. When he goes up, it's just gonna do that thing. You wanna obviously not be under that. It's almost a one shot. But yeah, this is the hard part, because if you don't kite the blue balls correctly, you're never gonna do. Oh my god. Also, don't blind approach the boss like that, because that can happen. You never wanna blind approach Damien, because he's gonna dive when you don't see him, and you're gonna get one shot without even realizing what hit you. I died there, but I have a final pact because I'm a Dark Knight and I can just ignore the boss mechanics like a monkey. But if you were a class that cannot cheese like that, you would be dead, you know? So basically this phase is all about 99% of this phase, like whether you make it in time or not. If you have the damage, it depends on how good you are at baiting the balls and doing damage, because if you can't bait the balls correctly, you're never gonna do any damage to the boss. So basically it's, you know, you have to like get a good feel for it, and after many tries you're gonna get a good feel for how to bait the balls and have some time to like hit the boss. And don't worry if you like waste half of your burst, because you're never gonna get a full burst on Damien on this phase, you know. It's never gonna happen. Just try to do as much damage as you possibly can. Learn to bait the balls. And if you're doing this in a party, and by the way, these are the same thing as the previous phase, so if you are in a party, you can get someone to like aggro the balls and just keep them on a corner and never have to deal with the balls. But if you are soloing, then you wanna get good at juggling the balls. And how good you are at juggling the balls and baiting them, it determines how much damage you need to clear this boss. Because yes, you can brute force it by just having a fuck ton of damage, and then you don't need to be as good. But if you are good, then you can kill it earlier and get your meso earlier with low damage, and you can be proud of yourself for having mastered this boss. So yeah, that's the gist of the last phase. As you can see, the balls, they got bigger, and there's 3 balls now. As his HP goes down, he's gonna do more balls. Oh, that pattern is almost a one shot, so when he does that, you either wanna run away or jump over the things, or you wanna stand right on him, but it's a risky strategy. If you stand right on him, he's not gonna hit you, but it's very precise, and if you fuck up and you don't see anything, it's really hard to see where you're at and stuff. So yeah, it's a very risky strategy, but it's a good strategy if you don't wanna maximize your damage, because you have many lives in this fight anyway, so you can afford like risking a few lives to do more damage if you don't have enough damage to kill otherwise. So yeah, that's normal Damien, and hard Damien is basically the same thing, just more HP. And so even more important to like do damage efficiently, bait the balls and stuff. Oh yeah, in this pattern, when this happens, you wanna spam the arrow keys until you can move again, and then you wanna run to the boss and hit him as fast as possible. If you don't make it in time and the screen goes white, you're gonna die instantly. And sometimes that happens with unlucky timing and other stuff is happening and you get hit by the hands. And sometimes you just die. It's fine, you have many lives. Just try your best to, you know, free yourself from that pattern, that bind. Yeah, so that's oh, am I gonna get hit? Okay, that's fine. That's, I believe, all the mechanics for normal Damien, and it's not even that slow overrun, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna go on YouTube. I was, well, I cheesed with Final Pact a lot. Like, I played bad, but Final Pact saved me. But it's fine because I was trying to explain, and what's important here is not showing off, like flexing my skills. What's important here is teaching you guys how to beat this boss. And I'm gonna die here to stacks because I got cucked on the cleansing. We're gonna die right here. It's fine. So when you die another thing you wanna be aware of, if you die and you're at like 6 stacks, you wanna watch out for this timer, because if you like respawn and the timer is like 1 second, you're gonna die instantly because you're already at 6. So you wanna wait until the timer resets and then you respawn. In this case I don't need to wait, I'm just showing it off that the timer is gonna reset right there. But yeah, I hope that explains it. And also another thing, when you die there's gonna be an extra sword, so you don't wanna die ideally, because if you die the sword is gonna get more annoying, because it's gonna spawn another sword. I'm not sure exactly the logic behind that, but yes, it's gonna spawn another sword, and sometimes you can have 2 swords at once bothering you, and yes, you need to bait the sword in this phase as well if it does spawn. But yeah, in phase 1, if you die, you can get 2 swords at the same time. So here you can see the risky strategy of standing on him on that. As you can see, this is unfortunate timing for that, because I don't know if I'm gonna make it here. Because I'm not gonna make it, I'm gonna die here. Yeah, because the balls were cucking me. So you can see how unlucky timing can really fuck you with that. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with my explanation. Of course I was playing like an idiot, but it wasn't a slow run because Final Pact let me cheese. So I think I'm gonna upload this because it's not a too long run and I explained all the mechanics. Yes. And now let's kill the boss and not, you know, throw the run at the last 10% HP. And I missed Ursus to do this, but I don't care. I'd rather get the info out as soon as possible. So let's kill this fucking boss. This is like perfect boss music, so intense. Oh, yeah, and he does teleport like that. Yeah, but yeah, you don't wanna blind approach him because he could dive into you as you approach him. So if you don't see the boss, just wait. Unless you are desperate for damage, he's gonna just come to you eventually. But yeah, you can see how, like, if you get unlucky and if you're not good at baiting the balls, you can get in a situation where you never do any damage. So yeah, it's very important to like get good at baiting the balls and stuff. And very important also to not get knocked by the dive, the rush like that, because it knocks you around. As you can see, I'm not doing very much damage here because I keep getting in bad situations. That can happen, and that can really kill the run, because even if you have the damage, if you can't get the damage through. So yeah, you really wanna get good at baiting the balls. That's the most important thing about soloing Damien, basically. And once again, if you have skills or ways to hit him while he's up in the air, you gain a lot of damage doing that. So classes that can do that can kill Damien with much lower damage, because you have more chances to hit him while he's up in the air. Oh. Kanas are too weak, please. Yes, Kanas are so fucking weak, Kappa. Yeah, please buff Kana, Kappa. Yeah, Kana is like the most underpowered class in the game, yes. I'm not gonna switch to drop gear, I can't be bothered. We're just gonna kill it. real soon. Can we please cleanse? Thank you. Okay. Imagine if I died there. It's not almost impossible, you can do much better than I'm doing here. The first time I killed Damien, I had like 30 seconds left and barely enough damage to kill it. I had like less than half this damage the first time I did Damien. So you can do much better than I'm doing here with baiting the boss. You just need to focus and practice a lot. It looks impossible, but basically what you wanna do is you wanna bait him into dashing in the opposite direction of where the balls are, and then you have a lot of time to do damage before the balls follow you. It's all about timing and knowing how the boss moves, and if you can bait him to rush in a good spot, then you have a lot of time, and you even have time to burst. If the balls are on the other side, so basically you sit in a corner and wait for a good chance to like bait him on the other side, and when you bait him to the other side you have a lot of time to do damage. Yeah, you can very much do way more damage than I was doing here with even with the 3 balls, trust me.